You know, here is Harry suing his father's government in his father's court, which is why it's made it so awkward for the king to have a position on it. What could he do? I mean, Harry was clearly invoking, asking his father to intervene and sort of sort this out, as though Charles has that kind of authority to do so. I'm not sure that he really does. I mean, you know, we live in a democracy, and it's a government that makes decisions, not the monarch.
Now, it's interesting. I want to draw on what you were saying about Harry being a legitimate target with or without security. And, you know, Harry's been in court saying that he fears for his safety in the UK. So you can understand why people raise eyebrows at him jetting off to an actual war zone, like he did. And, you know, in fairness to me, injured servicemen and women in the heart of the Ukraine.
It was ludicrous. I mean, part of his shtick is that it is not safe for him to be in the United Kingdom. And yet, no sooner had he spent his 48 hours in court than he was jetting off to a bona fide war zone, to Ukraine. I mean, good for him, because he was sort of following up on things that he's wanted to do. He's supporting injured warriors in that part of the world. But it's slightly mad, isn't it, to suggest that he's somehow not safe in Britain, but he would be safe in a war zone where bombs are dropping all the time and it's indiscriminate killings of civilians are going on.
I mean, it's kind of, for a lot of people who are critics of Harry, it's beyond irony, isn't it?
It is. I mean, but I don't think Harry's been very good at irony.
No. Well, the whole trip is reported to have annoyed Prince William.
Well, yeah, we haven't got a clear readout on that, but the issue here is one that William is sort of following Foreign Office and government advice, going to places where it's deemed safe for him. So the week before Harry was in Ukraine, William was in Estonia, seeing British forces on manoeuvres over there. And we know that William would very much like to pay a private visit to the Ukraine himself. And he has not been able to do so because it's not deemed safe enough for him.
Yeah.
And I think that kind of jumping in at the last minute without telling anyone trip, which Harry did, because at Buckingham Palace we're told we're not aware of this in advance, will have irritated him.
And it's interesting, isn't it, that it's a reminder that William hasn't been able to go into combat in the same way that Harry has.
Well, that's a perfectly good point. I mean, William, as heir in line to the throne, was not allowed to see frontline service in Iraq or Afghanistan when he was serving with the military, in much the same way as many years ago Prince Andrew was allowed to see active service in the Falklands, but Prince Charles, when he was serving with the military, could not see any active service.